This is part one of the loss. Okay? I'm going to start from the beginning of what transpired before everything started going down, and you all saw me posting the recording of me in my car. Okay? So on August 2021, my husband was in a car accident. He was in a car accident that injured his spinal. They said his spinal cord, or he had a spinal injury. Okay, on the job, he was on his way to a job in the company's car, and he was hit from behind. He had to go to the hospital, and he was injured. Okay, mind you, my husband worked 2 jobs as well as I did myself. Okay, I worked a per diem job and I had a contract job, which was I was traveling. I traveled nursing, and I got a contract here in Virginia because my residency was in Georgia, so they paid me more. Okay, so as that happened, my husband was out of work. He could not go to his first job, and he could not return to his second job. He was injured. Okay, so we had an apartment. Our apartment was $2,000 a month. We had lights, we had cable, we had internet, we had cell phone bills, we had a brand new car, and we had car insurance. Okay, we had to buy food, all of that, and then we were down to one income. Paying all of those bills, even though I was making good money, my household had 4 incomes coming in. 2 jobs for me, 2 jobs for him. Okay, and when you're in a relationship and you start money issues start coming, problems come. Okay, that's life. Majority of relationships go through their worst hardship when they have a problem with money. So my husband out of work. Okay, this is August of 2021. Okay, so I'm doing what I can. My per diem job is doing all right. My contract job is doing all right. I'm paying the bills, but then my per diem job started slacking. It wasn't no work. Okay, so I went from working 4 nights a week, sometimes 5 nights a week, to working 1 night a week, sometimes no night a week. Okay, so bills still coming. Still, I'm trying to do my Facebook page. I got other things that I'm doing. I got merchandise that I had. Okay, so we going into the end of the year. Things starting to get a little hectic. Let me go back though, okay? Because during the end of the year, we had 2 cars, okay? 2 cars that were paid for, okay? One conked out on us, so we had 1 car. That car conked out on us. Into the new year, I'm like, okay, we got to have a car. I can't work. I'm the only breadwinner in the house. I can't work without a car. So I went to a car lot and got a car. And because my credit was not perfect, my car payments were very expensive. And mind you, my husband's not working. Okay? My husband, he had started getting workman comp, but that wasn't nearly what he was getting paid on his 2 jobs. I'm steady buying food. Got to put gas in my car. I got to pay the car note. I got to pay the car insurance. I got to pay the light bill. I got to pay the cable. I got to pay the rent. And I was doing it. Then in July, going into August, a whole nother year, 2022, I couldn't get a whole lot of work on my per diem job. I'm still in my contract job, okay? My contract ends in August. So that leaves me out of work, okay? I'm looking for other work. I'm working my per diem job. I can't pay the bills like I was for the whole year. Okay? Things are starting to pile up. I'm starting to rob Peter to pay Paul. Still, mind you, my husband's not working. And I'm a wife. I still got to do what I got to do, regardless of how hard it is. I'm trying to work for this agency, that agency, a day here, 2 days there. And my contract job ended in August of 2022. Okay? So, with that going on, things are steady coming. Okay? So, we got behind in rent. We had a court date. Our court date was on in August. So I went to court. Now, mind you, it's our rent. Okay? It's our rent. So I get up that morning and go to court. My husband ain't said nothing. He laying on the couch like nothing happened. Like, don't you think you need to get up and go too? I'm angry because you won't even get up and go with me. You just laying there. Like, whatever. So I go to court. They give me, tell me that they're going to give me 10 days to move, okay? If I don't come up with all the money, they're going to give me 10 days to move. So I came up with $1,000, okay? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I pay this $1,000 and I don't pay the other $2,000, because we was behind like $3,000. If I pay this $1,000 and I ain't got the other $2,000, you think they're gonna still let me stay? No. You know what they told me? If you don't come up with the full, I'm trying to hustle and get the money, but I got $1,000 of it. I don't have nobody else to hustle and try to get none the rest of it. So I'm like, okay, I got to find somewhere to go if something happened here. I mean, that I got to be gone here in 10 days. So me, I'm thinking, okay, I know what I got to do. So I get back home. I'm upset. I'm mad. So we get into, an argument or whatever. He leaves. I got a whole apartment that I got to pack up in my SUV and put in storage. Okay? A whole apartment. He left. Yeah, and I figured to myself, I'm saying, and to him I said, if I got to do this by myself, I need to be by myself. That's just the whole scenario. I need to be by myself. If I can't have you to support me and be there for me, we both live here. You've been laying here for a whole year, not doing nothing but watching TV as I go to work. You may cook a meal. You may clean up here and there. You may do some laundry. But most of the time, you ain't doing nothing. I said, well, you out of work. Won't you go to school for something that you can do, that you don't have to be physical for the time being or find something to do. I'm suggesting everything, but I want him to be who I want him to be. No, I want you to do something. Make something happen. Right now, I don't want to jump into right now. So, I'm going to give y'all part 2. But I'm just saying, people look at the situation and like, oh, you ain't doing nothing. I'm going to go get her. I got to pay $200 a month rent right where I'm staying at because I came here to help. You know what I mean? I came here to help. But still, you got to pay where you stay. Who going to stay with somebody and don't do nothing? But anyway, I'm going to tell y'all all of that, how it led up to me being in Maryland and while I was in Williamsburg. But I'm telling you, this was the law. So I called my cousin. After that, me and my cousin talking on the phone, and he's gone. And she said, well, on my days off, I'll come help you get the stuff out of the storage. So I found a storage. I went on and paid the storage for 2 months, and I started packing my stuff. I packed my stuff, and every day when I got off work in the morning, I would take my stuff to the storage. Okay? Every morning I would pack something up and put it in storage. Okay? All right, so boom. I'm putting all the stuff in the storage. Get the last little bit of stuff in there and whatever. The day before the last day, I got everything that I could out of there. And I just sat in there. And I had a conversation with the Lord. And I told him, I said, Lord, I am tired. I want to change my profession. I want to build wealth. And he asked me how bad I wanted it. And I told him I was willing to give up everything. Everything. So when you ask God for something, there's a sacrifice. There is a great sacrifice when you ask God for something. And I sacrificed everything I had. My marriage, my livelihood. I've never been put out of a place. When I was by myself, I sacrificed being in my car because God wanted to instruct me on some things, talk to me about some things. He didn't want me to be in a place where I was with anybody so I could hear him. People don't understand the clarity you need when you're seeking God. When you're seeking God, you got to have clarity. And sometimes you can be in places that cloud your ear, cloud your judgment, cloud what you're hearing. I'm at a point right now, I need to hear from God. Now, where I'm at now, I can when I'm got my headphones on or whatever, but still, I am seeking from God. The relationship I have with him may not be like yours, may not be like whoever's, but I know what God told me to do. He told me to stay in my car, where to go, and that he was going to protect me and provide for me. At the time, I was sleeping in my car in Walmart parking lot. I had a job. Jobs end. People die. I'm in the healthcare field. And before the lady got sick and went in the hospital, my god sister called me. When my god sister called me, she asked me, would I come and stay with her so I could help her with her mom, my godmother, that had had a massive heart attack. Because she was working and she knew I hadn't found a job yet. So that's the beginning of the loss. That's what started the loss. And I'm going to tell you what happened after that fact. The next part 2. In part 2, I'll tell you everything that's going on. But I'm just appalled at people that don't follow me for real. Don't know the story for real. You saw something in September. It is February. It's February. It's February. So if you haven't followed me, looked at any of my lives or looked at any of my videos or followed me you don't know but what you saw in September. You know how much can change from September to February? I know, because it happened to me. So I thank you all for watching. Click like, comment below, and please don't judge a book by its cover, because I'm very transparent. I don't have nothing to hide from nobody, because don't nobody take care of me. And if you like to help me, my link is in the description. Okay? I'm trying to get back on my feet. And right now, I have nothing. But thank you for watching.